You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu. Polo and Tell, is that you?
Mic check. Mic check waifu. Man, Tell, is that you?
And you know it is, Polo. How you doing, bro? How you doing?
Man, it's been such a long time since we recorded an episode. It feels crazy. It's been literally since last Friday. And it's Sunday now. It's the 22nd of August, the day we recording this episode. And I'm in Houston now, officially, finally, legitimately.
Hold on.
I've been here a week now. I must say it's hot as fuck, obviously, clearly.
Yes, it is.
I do say I enjoyed the weather though, even though it's hot.
Very.
I appreciate the air conditioners work extremely well.
Yes, they do.
So that's appreciated. And I'm just happy to be set up. I'm still not used to this time. So right now, my mental clock is midnight right now. So I'm tired. I'm exhausted, like physically and mentally exhausted. But yeah, because it's 11:19 right now on the H-Town time. But my body's still in Eastern, so I'm feeling midnight right now. So if I sound a little tired, it's my fault. But we're here to record a brilliant episode today. What's up?
Yeah, I was also gonna say. I think I was just telling you about how I wake up at like 4:30 to go to the gym. That's not by design. I didn't choose that lifestyle.
Yeah.
I was waking up at 5 in Florida to go to the gym.
So it
but
chose
here
you.
I wake up at 4 because I'm still used to that time.
Yeah,
so
man,
my body,
it's crazy.
It don't give me a chance to even catch up here.
It's fucking with me because my internal clock always woke me up around 8:30, 8 o'clock. Now I'm getting up 7:30. Like, what the fuck am I doing, man? Let me go back to sleep. I can't stand it. Yeah, but we are Mic Check Waifu. As always, it's brought to you by Lube Complex. Make sure you go to lubecomplex.com. Use that offer code waifu to save on your entire card. You can get stuff like this shirt I have on in the video version and the flag that you see hung up behind me. You can go to lubecomplex.com to check that stuff out. It's also brought to you by don'ttalkshop.com, and as well as our Patreon producers. I want to give a huge shout out before we go to our producers to Alan. Alan actually upped his pledge from the anime fan to the otaku tier, and we appreciate you for that. Thank you, Alan. It means a lot to us.
Yo, we used to go to Game Crazy back in the day.
Yeah,
and get games. And Alan was one of the dudes working there. We appreciate you, bro. You know, we know you for years.
And we just always used to go to Game Crazy instead of GameStop. But I appreciate Alan. He's doing this thing over on Twitch. You can follow him on Twitch at twitch.tv/govpancakes. He's a dope dude. So check him out there. And yeah, our Patreon producers though. Shout out to ABN Brown, Dre the Goat G, Ked the Pro. Shout out to Ked. He's supporting everybody around here. Explicitly, Monique Williams, Nachi. I do want to give a special shout out to Nachi because I just saw on his Annie list, because he follow us on Annie list, that he just watched some Clannad. So I'm gonna need you to tweet at me, either at Polo Bornflower or at Mic Check Waifu, and let me know why you only got to episode 7 and why it's not done yet. Shout out to shout out to Shanti and our boy Jesus. We appreciate you so very much for supporting us at the producer tiers. It means a lot to us. It means a whole lot. Also, man, I got so many shout outs. So I'm gonna start off by shouting out a lot of people. Okay, I want to thank everybody for welcoming me to Texas. That's obviously special, but I also want to shout, so very unrelated. She listens to us for a long time. She's been a supporter of ours. I feel like she listens to every episode, but I can't confirm nor deny that. But I do want to say that she finally started ReZero, and her birthday was just August 19th. So I want to give her a happy birthday. So happy birthday to you. Shout out to you. And then for picking up ReZero, we can't thank you enough. And she's been going through it because she's been talking about how how unrelenting miserable it is. Yeah, welcome to ReZero. She got to, last I checked on her thread, because she's been doing the threads too. She got to episode 15. She said she had to stop. She said, I'm going to go through the last tweet she tweeted 2 days ago. Said, it's my fault for binging this show. ReZero shouldn't be consumed this way. I need a break. Episode 15 was too much. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And then she says, why is this show so traumatizing? I just love the fact that she finally watched it, because she was one of the ones that just was like, I don't know if I want to do it. And I'm glad she did it. It's our number one anime for those of you who are new listening to us. So we always talk about ReZero. It's special to us.
Yeah. ReZero can be harsh, and we know it.
Yeah.
We know it. It's not new to us.
100%.
But you know, we love it for those same reasons and for many others.
Storytelling is crazy.
I suppose.
I suppose. Shout out to Beatrice. She's just wonderful. She is just wonderful. I also want to give a shout out to Rob J. Rob J is finally starting Vivi. I don't know what the hell took him so long, but he's finally doing it. That's important. I can't wait to the Rob J TV thread on Vivi. That's gonna be huge for the timeline. And then last but certainly not least, Crystal for finally finishing Soul Eater. She didn't tweet at me what she initially thought, so I'm assuming she's gonna wait till she listened to our 2 episodes and then talk about what she officially think of the show. But it seems like she feels the same way I do. The show is ass-tastic, and I'm sure. I'm proud to say it.
I'm sure she's feeling exactly how you feel.
True. All right, so let's get to the show. So as we get into this, there's a lot we want to discuss today. I know one being the one thing I have to ask Tell, because he watched my number one anime movie of all time. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but anime movies, especially slice of life ones, was my shit for a long time. I watched this movie and talked about it on the show probably a year and a half ago. Told Tell to watch it, but you know, Tell takes forever to pick up on my recommendations, or he needs to hear about it on Twitter or something like that and get it from somebody else before he actually listens.
That ain't even what happened. That ain't even what happened. Let me tell y'all this story since Polo want to drag me through the mud. My sister-in-law has been here for the last few days, so I've been watching anime sporadically. Normally, I watch all my anime at once, but I've been trying to, sprinkle some anime in, since my sister-in-law is here, because I ain't want to just like leave her and her daughter and not be a part of the family orientation and group setting.
You better than me,
right? Not at all. But basically, she went back to her hotel, and this is gonna be her last night here, and then she leaves in the afternoon tomorrow. So she leaves, after we have a good time at barbecue and stuff like that. Should have called Polo about the barbecue, but he was at work.
Yeah, I was at work.
But basically, my wife and I sit down, Monique and I sit down, and I'm like, "You wanna watch a movie together?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, bet. Let's look through a movie." We looked through Hulu, couldn't find a movie. She's like, "Does it have a trailer?" And I'm like, "No, it doesn't have a trailer. Let's just watch the movie. Why do we need a trailer?"
Wait, what movie?
And then, well, on Hulu, the first one I saw was a Trigun movie. I was like, "Yeah, let's watch a Trigun movie." She was like, "Does it have a trailer?" I said, "No." So she said, "Bam, okay, cool." So we didn't do that. Then we went to Verve, looked through the movies there, saw some movies. She was like, "Does it have a trailer?" I said, "No, it doesn't have a trailer. Why are you looking for trailers?" So we didn't find a movie on Verve. So then we went to Netflix, and I typed in anime movies, and the first thing that popped up was a silent voice. I was like, "Oh, this shit is good as fuck." I was like, all I keep hearing is nothing but good things about this. Yes. You gotta watch this. She was like, "Does it have a trailer?" I said, "No, and it doesn't matter." I'm like, you're gonna love it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
It's my favorite anime movie of all time.
I turned it on, and she is completely emotionally invested within 5 minutes.
Of course. Easy. Easy.
Yeah. If I was being completely non-objective, I would give that movie a 10 out of 10 easy. Just
easy. Let's go.
Like just saying all the things about the movie, 10 out of 10. Easy. I think extremely well executed. I think that the sound design for the anime is some of the best sound design. Like one of my favorite things about it was like how in the music they incorporated super high frequency sounds, high pitched sounds to emulate when like a hearing aid is having an issue or it's screeching. And like they did it in a way that wasn't necessarily like it still kind of makes your ear tingle and tinge a little bit, but it goes really well with the overall piano sounds and the music they have in the background. I'm just like, that's a really well thought out design. I love how they implemented like the X's on the faces to show like
social anxiety.
To show like his anxiety. He didn't want to look anyone in the face. And when he kind of conquered a moment where he was over a certain feeling and he could attach to that person again, the X would fall off their face.
Yeah, so tell go ahead and spoil the whole movie for y'all apparently. But I do feel like this is homework. I do feel like everybody should watch this movie, man. This movie is special. It is definitely a spectacular moment. I'm not gonna let spoil much more of the movie than that. It's special.
It's a 10 out of 10, bro.
It's special. It's incredible. Till got into his moment, and you just about to ruin the whole thing.
I'm not trying to. I'm just extremely passionate about it. I didn't talk about the actual premise, and like where the show starts and like kind of ends. Yeah, but
that social anxiety part. I talked about that when I talked about the show many episodes ago. It had to be like episode like 50 something or something like that. I talked about this show. This movie, but. The reason why I love this movie so much is it does what other anime movies did terribly. And before this movie, my number one anime movie was Your Name. And Your Name is obviously still special. Like, it's a great movie too. But the problem with all anime movies is their endings. Their endings are always so ass. Not this one. It's finally a movie that ends properly, that has the pacing of an incredible movie, from time skip to emotional piece to inner monologues to fucking just, it's insanely beautiful. And it's definitely homework for this week. So if you haven't seen A Silent Voice, I don't care if you're a Slice of Life fan or not, watch it for sure.
And my final note on it comes from, I was talking to Akatsuki Kells on Twitter. She said she wanted to talk about it. So we talked about it a little bit. But I told her that my wife is convinced that Americans don't write good movies after watching this.
I mean,
she said she doesn't know what we do wrong, but we don't write shit like that.
No, we don't. We can't for some reason.
It was so good.
I don't know what it is, but we really can't write movies that good.
Not about that kind of topic.
Nah.
Like
it's easier when it's an anime.
Polo introduced me to one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's Interstellar. Yes. He told me to watch it, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Now, it literally is syncs with how I think. The only other one I think that syncs with how I think outside of that is like Limitless.
It's a great movie.
But outside of that, like, yeah, we don't write movies like A Silent Voice. Like, I would love to see an animated movie, because we can do animated movies. It's not like we can't do that. I would like to see an American-made animated movie that holds up to that kind of quality.
Man, the only thing I can think of that comes slightly close, and it's because we try to appeal to a commercial audience, and Japan don't. They just appeal to whatever the fuck they want to write or feel, period. That's Up. Like, that's really the only thing I see that's somewhat close. But I don't really watch many of those animated movies, to be honest. Obviously, I seen Up like back in school, so I didn't have a choice. But
this could be its own topic, but like American-made animated movies don't touch on the same drama that anime movies can, and it's because anime is not targeted just to children in Japan, whereas cartoons are thought of as like this childlike thing. In Japan, it's literally for everybody, and that topic in A Silent Voice is such an adult topic, such a big topic that literally from a 6-year-old to someone in their 40s can definitely relate to that entirety of that movie. Like, no matter where you are in your life, that is a scenario that you can really like relate to.
Man, watch it, man. I promise you won't be disappointed. Once you watch it, please tweet at us at MyCheckWaifu, at King Teliano, at Polo Bornfly, and let us know you watched it and what you think. Because I I said it. I'm repeating myself from that episode we recorded so long ago, but I think it's something that everybody should watch. It's so good.
Yes,
it's so good.
Oh man, it's a part I want to spoil because I really want to talk about it.
No, you can't, man. Bro. You can't do that. You can't do that. Oh, I mean, we could do it in the second half of the show as like the last thing if you want to.
We can talk about it outside of the podcast, bro. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Just to
cool.
The next thing.
Cool. So I watched another episode of Case Study of Vanitas. I will say that I will watch more only because the dubbed is fucking-tacular. I turned on the dub because I watched the first episode sub and it was fine. It was good. It wasn't bad at all. But I turned on the dub because I'm like, okay, if I'm going to watch the show, I'm going to watch this at my own leisure. I'm not going to try to like overthink it by just paying attention to these subtitles. I'm just turning on and listen. And I'm listening and I'm watching it. I'm like, yeah, man, they went out. They went out for the budget on this one. And I mean, I know they still don't pay the voice actors much, but they just like, they got everybody from like shows that are like former main characters as the side characters. Like they didn't skip on the side characters.
Yeah.
And that's what drives me fucking crazy when you have one or two great English dub voices in an anime and then the side characters are some of the worst shit you ever heard in your life. Like they just pull somebody from the street and say here, or they try to put like a fucking, I don't know, somebody that just ain't never done it before. It's right. Awful. It's awful, but no, not this show, spectacular. It's just some of the best shit I've heard and since Fire Force, to be honest.
I had no idea that Zeno Robinson was Vanitas.
Yeah, he does an amazing fucking job, by the way.
Yeah.
Like amazing.
I had no idea.
His performance is crazy.
I feel like every time we see him in a role, that voice acting in the entirety of that cast almost seems to be like on par, like pretty 100%. Good.
Yeah.
It's like if they don't skimp on him, like if they get him, the whole cast is like on their shit. Everybody
around him is amazing too. Like that's what's so shocking. I'm like, man, okay, this is good. I'm actually gonna watch this now. Like I planned on, like I said, I planned on watching it anyway, but now I'm gonna just watch the English dub and catch up to where it is now. I think it's on like episode 6 or something like that. Can't remember, but
8, I think.
Okay, so I think the dub is on 6 though.
Dub. Oh, what is it? I thought dub was on 3, but yeah.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay, you're probably right, but. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the more. It's good. I still got to get back in the Shadow House, and I will.
I love that. Panda just finished Shadow House, and she said she loves the endings, but it had a really slow start.
Yeah, that first episode was like, you know what? Nope, I'm not doing this right now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give it a real chance when my mind is clear.
It's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I do want to say. I also want to say, people, put the fucking milk crates down. Stop fucking standing on milk crates, you idiots. Put that shit down and walk like normal fucking humans, you big ass man children. Stop. Don't do it. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Real quick.
Can. I don't give a fuck.
I was talking about how we used to do that as kids, right? And I was like,
we used to stand on like 1 or 2.
I've done it before, right? Not necessarily that high, but I've gone up to like 5 milk crates high kind of thing. But hear me out. There was a Patrick Cloud, Patrick Cloud, the comedian.
Sure.
With the locks.
Yeah.
Light skinned dude. He made a video talking about something. He's the milk crate carton salesman or whatever, right? Like how people getting these milk crate cartons. And I'm like, first of all, bro, we used to just steal those from the behind the gas station or from the corner store. Like
he wasn't. He didn't live in the hood. That's why.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't never lived in the hood. He didn't know.
Yeah, you go over to the deli mart right over there on the corner on 131st. You walk there and it's a big ass ramp. They always had their ramp with the 2 dumpsters and a bunch of milk cartons stacked right on the side of right next door to it. Yeah,
and then we also talked about how those milk cartons expensive as fuck. You had to buy them separate, like buy them by yourself. It's like, you're not buying those milk cartons, bro.
No,
it's too expensive for a little milk carton.
No, we used to use them to make basketball hoops and shit, but
for sure,
never walked on them like fucking idiots. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Stop doing that. Stop it, please. If I see any of my friends doing it, I'm making fun of you. I promise you, I'm gonna go antagonist.
We too old, bro.
We way too old. I'm gonna go full antagonist.
If I was 18, maybe.
I'm using doofus. I'm using doofus. I'm using bozo. I'm using all the words in my arsenal to just make you feel like a complete homeless
What
person.
he's gonna do is he gonna take those two words, gonna do the fusion dance, and it's gonna be Bozoofus.
Bozoofus. Come on, stop it, please. Stop it.
Be safe.
Be safe. Yeah. So, what we really wanted to talk about, and since we're so far removed from our last episode, since then, the deal between Funimation and Crunchyroll actually finally succeeded in going through. I don't know why people are acting like they were surprised about this. This shit was already done. They just had to officially make it through, FDA and FCC, all that approval shit. And it's finally done. So it's official that Crunchyroll and Funimation are virtually the same thing. What do you want to see, Montel D. Williams, from this merger or a potential merger? Or not?
Well, if they can spend $1.175 billion on a merger, then acquiring another company, then I think one of the things I really want to see is better applications, 100%. And then I want to see overall, I want to see more content, right? Because at this point, like where we're getting our anime consumption, like our anime content from, is now extremely centralized. Like there's one place for it at this point now, because Funimation and Crunchyroll were the main places for that. And then those apps were spread up between Hulu and Netflix and Verve. So we had different places to kind of where we would start our anime out from. So now with that being purchased, I want to see better applications, more anime content, like, for instance, I know you're not a big Zoids fan, but there's anime that takes forever. You only like what, the first season, bro? You're not a big Zoids fan.
I play with the toys, but you're right. I don't know why the fuck you brought up Zoids though.
Well, I'm saying because Zoids is an anime that was released in Japan first,
I see,
but took a long time to be translated, or not even translated because it was translated and just never came to the US. I want to see anime that takes longer. I want to see them start kind of making like a pipeline for that to get to us faster. That because Sony is a large company that essentially is huge. Yeah. They can do this now. They can really take that and make like a pipeline for anime to be much bigger than it already is. It's already huge. Make it bigger.
Yeah, it's making them so much money now. That's why this purchase happened, right? Like anime is actually making Sony, like the company Funimation and Crunchyroll, a subsidiary, what I'm trying to say. Yeah. They're making them like a lot of money, even though they're not paying, the creators much. But yeah, it's still giving them a lot of money. Now, when this happened, people were talking about, yeah, man, it's probably going to be it for Crunchyroll on Verve. Now, I don't see that happening. What I see happening is I see that Funimation has to know, like the Sony side, Funimation has to know that their player and their streaming service wasn't shit. They got to know that. Like they have to know. So, if anything, what they're going to do is they're going to do what they've done in past. I don't know if y'all noticed, but in the past, Verve was actually $15 a month instead of $10, and it had Funimation included with it. It was a temporary partnership that they had for about 6 months. So they had that at one point where Funimation was in Verve, and that's when I initially got Verve, because I'm like, oh well, shit, I got Funimation. I might as well, might as well grab Verve and have it all in one place. So I do that, and it was spectacular. It was wonderful. And then 3 months later, because I got it like 3 months into the life cycle, it was over, and I was sad. But they just need to do that. Just bring Funimation back to Verve. Charge $15 a month. I would gladly play it just to be able to view the Funimation library in the player of Verve, because it's just such a better player. I think that's the way to go. But also just honestly, man, just it's merged like legitimately. And I think, to be honest, if they didn't want to like put Funimation in Verve or whatever, just legitimately merge Crunchyroll and Funimation together. Call it Fun of Crunchy. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just put them all as one, so that all the anime can be in one place. Fuck all that Hulu and Funimation and Crunchyroll bullshit. Just put it all in one place.
Yeah, put it all in one place. And worst case scenario, this is what I think the worst case scenario is. They give us like a Sony app, like how Disney has there or something like that. They give us a Sony application. You pay $15 a month for it, and you got all access to like Sony movies, Sony this, Sony that. Yo, bro, I'll take that. I'll take it. And I mean, it's not a gaming podcast, but if they did that and incorporated like some monthly gaming pass
like
too,
PlayStation Plus, and incorporated like anime streaming with it for a little bit more money, kind of like how Xbox does with its Xbox Game Pass Plus and shit.
Yeah. Just go ahead and give us that, because I've been paying for Sony PlayStation Plus, and I need to turn my PlayStation on in like a year.
Yeah, well, I've accrued so many years of PlayStation Plus that I don't think I've ever had to worry about it again. But I do believe that's the move though. Like, because what you could do is you can keep Funimation just being a simul-dub place, and then just make Crunchyroll the simulcast place. So you simulcast the stuff, you know, that comes day and date to Japan with Crunchyroll, and then just use Funimation's dubbing resources to just simul-dub it at the same time. Fuck all that dub gets done 3 days later bullshit. Work it at the same time now. That's also another thing they could do. I think that's dope.
And since it's Sony, pay these people a little bit more.
Yeah, facts.
Sony's got more than enough money. Pay these people, even if it's just like a few dollars more. Bro, these people need more money in their pocket, and Sony has the funds to do it. Sony has their pockets in the cameras. They literally have the cameras they're shooting things with, the screens, the software for editing these videos and photos and everything like that. Sony has so much money out there, they can just...
You say that, but their financials are trash. They've always been trash, to be honest. The thing that's
on side.
No, on every side except for PlayStation. If you look at Sony's financials, the only thing that's making them money is PlayStation. That's it. Their movies are in the fucking tank right now. It's all terrible. It's awful. The cameras don't sell for shit. The phones don't sell for shit. The TVs definitely ain't selling. Like Samsung got that shit on lock. Like they're struggling. They've been struggling with stuff outside of the video game industry for a long time.
Samsung got it on lock because they got a TV for every price range.
Yeah,
whereas
exactly.
Sony is literally only high end TVs.
100%. So it's like, you know, this is a way they can definitely expand their horizons for sure. But I don't know, man. I just think I'm ready for it to be all one. I'm happy about it. Like, is there a reason why we as a community wouldn't be happy about this?
I know some people are tired of putting money in Sony's hands. That's some people, like I said, people don't like the monopoly feeling, but there's not really a monopoly on it because there's something else that's going to open up and do some stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like Netflix has an anime contract, right? They're still doing anime stuff. So we're not really in that monopoly era, but most people are going to go towards Funimation and Crunchyroll for the anime. That's just what the reality is.
Facts.
I think as a consumption, like people who consume anime regularly, no, I don't think I have an issue specifically with that. And like I said, that's all I care about is we're getting that anime pipeline. Is kind of more or less how it feels.
Yeah, I'm with that. Nothing against that, period. Yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever comes out of that. I do want to say that what do you think is the major the biggest way they can fuck this up?
By doing the opposite of what you said.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, they can give us it all in one place, but if they don't utilize those resources properly, right? Like if they already know that Crunchyroll and Funimation have these infrastructures already set up and not utilizing those properly, like they could even keep those two resources separate in terms of like what the platform is, but give us like some kind of package that says this is what you're getting, this is what you're getting.
Sure.
But the reality is if they utilize those packages improperly, like you said,
man.
Don't give us the simul dub, take that away for whatever reason.
Yeah.
That's goofy. Why would you do something like that?
Straight up.
Stop the simulcast. That's stupid. Why would you do something like that? But that would be Sony putting their own foot in their mouth and then basically wasting $1.1 billion.
Yeah, like just not actually taking time to reinvest in their purchase would be a huge problem for me. Like just use that, like use this momentum you got from that, because you got a bunch of fucking people now. Like your subscribers, as far as like anime content is concerned, just tripled when you got Crunchyroll. So like from here compared to what you got with Funimation. Take that and use it to better it, because the more you better it, the more subscribers you get, and the longer you keep us, and we don't go to sites that shall not be named.
Not to mention companies like Square Enix prioritize Sony, and Square Enix makes anime or has anime companies underneath them. So it would be like their main focus for anime is going to be Sony. So why not make that proper investment and make sure you're getting that out there?
Facts, man. Facts. It's crazy. Good move though. I'm excited for it. Hopefully they don't ruin it. What was, and I'm gonna just transition, just no fucking segue or whatever. What was your episode of the week this week? Which is easy.
I hate you.
Now episode, so movie don't count.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna count the movie.
Okay.
Tokyo Avengers for sure. Tokyo Avengers. I was thinking about Vanitas because Vanitas was good this week. Remake Our Life was really good. But Tokyo Avengers, I feel like every time we get more information, every time we get a little bit better revelations, I'm like, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
This is what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I'm here for info, not the fights, the info.
Facts. I'm gonna just say this now before we get to the spoiler talk. This fucking My Villain Academia talk. I mean, My Villain Academia shit better be good. I'm gonna just say that now. It better be.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
It better be good, because this first episode was trash. I said it. Fight me. I don't care what y'all say. First episode was garbage, yo.
We're gonna talk about that. Okay. I might disagree with you.
I know you will. I know everybody will, and I don't give a fuck. It was awful.
Don't disagree with you. If y'all disagree with Polo, y'all gonna have to see me first.
Oh, you said you don't disagree?
No.
Oh, I thought you said I might have to disagree.
No, I said no one disagrees with you.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm hopefully it pans out real good. But my episode of the week was Remake Our Life. This shit, I absolutely adore the situation that our main character is in. We're gonna talk about that on spoiler half of the show. Mm-hmm. It's a tough situation because he obviously has the maturity. So, we see how he handled it. Handles the situation. I love it though. I love it. Remake Our Life is special. Watch it. Everybody fucking watch it. Panda, please watch it. Strange Keith, watch it, please.
Everybody.
When they told me they didn't watch it, I sat on my phone for about 45 seconds and stared. I'm like, these two motherfuckers?
These two
of all people on the timeline, okay?
Right.
These two haven't started Remake Our Life. But I understand, stuff happens.
Wow. She finished Shadow House though today. Took her 2 days.
Yeah, that's crazy. But not Remake?
It is. In my opinion, I think Shadow House is great, but only once you get past once you get to like episode 5 and later, that's when it starts to get okay. And then
but Remake Our Life?
Remake Our Life has been good since episode 1
for
to me.
Panda at that, like,
That's what I'm saying.
The college life and all, just kind of, it's crazy.
My argument to take up.
It's crazy. Yeah, Remake Our Life for me. I did like Tokyo Revengers. We're gonna talk about that, but Remake for sure. All right. Did you say you had a tweet for me?
No, we're gonna save it. It's a Tokyo Avengers question.
Okay.
So we'll save it for that because we gonna go there anyway.
What's the question though? That's cock tease a little bit. Let's blue ball a little bit.
The question is in regards to more or less what's happening with Baji.
Interesting. Okay.
We can talk about that in the spoiler half.
So on the spoiler half of the show, we're gonna open up with Tokyo Revengers and talk about the situation that's happening with Baji. So that being said, let's get to know my check waifu. Get to know my check waifu is where one of us rolls a random number generator. The other reads a question associated with that randomly rolled number. Tell turn to roll the random number generator. My turn to read the question. What you got, Tell?
6. Like Drake, 6 God. 6.
What is,
y'all didn't hear that.
what is your least favorite thing about anime?
The toxic fanboys.
Yes.
And or girls. I'm not gonna be gender inequivalent here, but it's normally the guys. The toxic fanboys are shit.
Yes.
Or trash. Not shit. They're trash.
Yes.
Yes. That is the answer. That is the fucking answer. Fuck these fan bases that are so ridiculous. I have a hard fucking time just navigating. Okay, like listen. Oh my god, this is such an emotional piece for me, bro. I fucking can't stand dumbass debates. And I understand, like, I have an anime podcast. I'm supposed to take part in these conversations because, you know, I run the Mic Check Waifu Twitter. So let me be a part of the conversation and talk about it. But I can't stand being drugged into conversations. It just, I look at it and I just say, like, I don't give a fuck about Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, and what you think about them being the best anime of all time. I don't give a shit about you feeling like Goku is the most unbeatable character in anime. I don't give a rat's fucking ass about you absolutely loving Black Clover. I don't give a fuck shit of a dick about any of that, like any of it. And I'm tired of seeing the fanboys on Twitter literally send death threats to people, talk about people's moms because they don't like a certain anime. Fuck you and fuck the way you move. I'm finished. Sorry. I got to sorry.
We gotta make sure we got antagonists on the back of that. We need that pain dropping.
I just popped off. I just popped off for absolutely no reason. I'm sorry. I just can't I'm so glad you said that because I would have forgot. I wouldn't even thought about that. I would have said something like, I don't know, fucking terrible animation or some bullshit like that. You hit the nail right on the fucking head, man. I almost
fanboys block.
I almost stood up on my motherfucking seat. Thank you, Tel. I appreciate you so much. All right.
You know how we do.
When we come back, we're going to spoil Tokyo Revenger starting off My Hero after that and Remake Our Life quickly after that. So if you watch those three anime, stick around right after the song and join us for the spoiler talk. If not, you can stop it where you haven't watched it or fast forward to where you did watch and pick up from there. So as always, we appreciate you for rocking with us. We'll be right back after these nice mellow tones from
I don't know.
Hope you like it.
Way too much emotion, I don't even know what's left.
And I got way too many feels, not enough to profit out of many fucking men. So you know we've been uploaded. We be faded when I'm sober, sober when I'm faded. Who was scrutinized by all your counterparts? No debating. Say it's 'cause they cheated, yeah, they jealous that I made it. Do you remember the first time I missed you in my basement? When we ready to know it, we were searching for some. Now they pay for that fence and there ain't no fucking discussion. The stage got you jumping because it's like that. You see all these chicks and now your girl ain't even right back. You drink on my phone and you know what to do. Someone dropped a bottle, so then I get screwed. You know I got like way too many fears, way too much emotion. Don't know how to make you feel, but I'm sorry, but you don't know. I just dropped out and I broke the soul. Don't know even that true. Now I'm searching for you. Yeah, I'm coming right back and I got way too many fears. Way too many fears. Way too many fears. Way too many fears.
Did I say what episode this was?
114.
I didn't even say that at the beginning of the show. This is episode 114, and welcome back to Mic Check Waifu Waifu. Yo, make sure you follow us on Twitter at Mic Check Waifu. I'm at Polo Bornfly, Polow Bornfly, and he's at King Teliano. If you don't know how to spell Teliano, get some help. Get some help.
First of all,
I don't know why I said that.
difficult name to spell.
It is. I don't know why the fuck I said that.
Who do you know by the name of Teliano?
Nobody. Not nan another. Yeah, we are back. We are here to spoil some shit. Specifically Tokyo Revengers to start off. I love Tokyo Revengers, man. Listen, let me just this disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
I would absolutely love to read it. The reason why I don't read it is because it's going nicely, and I want to see the fucking fights happen. I want to see them move. I want to see the emotion. I want to see it all. It's so good to just see in action, you know. But I do want to read it. As soon as the shit ends, I'm reading it though. If it doesn't end, more power to me. I'm excited because I get to see the shit fully in motion. But I really do want to read it. So as soon as episode, I'm saying 24. I don't know if that's true. Could be not be. We don't know. As soon as 24 ends, and I know that's it, I'm reading it.
They give us like an ending sequence. I agree. I want to read it very, very badly.
I'm with you, bro.
Especially after just seeing that latest cover. Mm-hmm. And I like that cover art, like, because it's not spoilers. I haven't seen any Tokyo Revengers spoilers on the timeline, and I appreciate that from y'all.
I muted them, so I would. Yeah, if anybody does spoil, should I mute? So
I haven't muted it at all, but it's just like from the people that I know who read it mm-hmm. and the timeline in general, I've received no spoilers
Shout out to y'all.
So I greatly appreciate that, especially like, you know, Uncle Mike on the manga side, you know, from the Anime Podcast, Mike, he always promoting read Tokyo Revengers, and I ain't seen no spoilers from bro. So
yeah, he never does that though.
I love that. Yeah, he never does, but I appreciate that. But just in general, but we at the spoiler section of Mic Check Waifu. So let's talk spoilers for this episode, bro.
Yeah. We are going to spoil episodes
20. Episode 20.
We're gonna spoil episode 20. Yeah. Fucking crazy, bro. Hit me with the question though. That's what I want to know.
All right, so you remember when Kizuki made that statement and he said he's the first person to ever beat me, or the only person to ever beat me. Mm-hmm. When do you think they fought? Like, and then on top of that, because to me, it also opens up the idea of the bigger fight here, because Takamichi realizes that the person that was walking with Kizuki was the one that ran up on Kizuki, and Kizuki knocked him out, right?
Yeah, he was fodder though.
He clearly has control over this entire thing.
Yeah, we knew that though. We knew that for a long time.
We knew that. But like, when did this start? Other than like when they met? Like, why? What do you see? Like, do we see yet what he's seeing? Why he's doing this? Do you think we see that yet?
We do know. Now they dropped this hint way fucking earlier. That essentially he's the puppet master behind Valhalla. Okay, he's the lead, quote unquote, and they confirmed that when Draken spoke about it in the jail.
Yeah.
But they dropped that hint way long ago when Takamichi did walk past him when he was with his boys when he was younger. And they were talking about taking over, blah blah blah. But the Baji thing, I think that happened. It had to happen after or before. Fuck, I don't know.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Is like, did he meet Kizuki in juvie?
Yeah, because Baji did go to juvie.
Or was Kizuki never in juvie? Did they meet somewhere else? And then, while it seems like Baji is separate, like it seems like Baji knows the entirety of Kizuki's plan, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But he's still trying to like break it. Baji got them hands apparently, and I'm so sorry at kind of what happened at the end there, because it appears that our boy Takamichi might not be able to succeed because Baji looks like he about to die.
It might be Dunzo's. Yeah, it fucking sucks, man. It truly sucked.
And then how they did Mikey.
You know
Mikey is a monster.
Yeah. You know what I like about that Baji part though?
What's up?
I like the part when he got stabbed, and this is strictly cinematic for my cinematography eyes. When he got stabbed, it went in at first, then it showed away. It showed everybody reaction to him getting stabbed, and then it showed the knife again, and it twist. When you saw the twist, that's how you know he was really actually fucked up. And he didn't mention it. He didn't cry about it. He didn't do anything. We knew he was fucked up. Everybody else didn't know. But when he pushed and then they showed it again, gets twist, I'm like, yeah, that's foreshadow. Mm-hmm. It was 100% foreshadow that. Yeah. It was obviously way worse than he made it out to be, which just lends more credit to fucking how cool fucking Baji is, man. His character.
We haven't gotten a lot of him either, and that's what kind of sucks.
I got enough. Me personally, I got enough from his vice captain. His vice captain gave me enough to understand what kind of guy Baji is. And Baji is just a motherfucker. He's a smart dude, it seems. Like he knows his shit and he understands the world around him while remaining this brute that's uncontrollable for, posterity's sake, for what's what I'm fucking looking for.
Keeping up appearances.
Appearance wise, he's like pretending to be the fucking Incredible Hulk for the sake of protecting Mikey. And that's fucking cool, man. That's fucking cool. I think he's one of my favorite characters for sure.
Yeah, I agree, because the ambition behind that, know, he's sticking to his guns, where like we can see that it even appears at this point that he's definitely fighting for Mikey, but he's not letting it be known, right?
Yeah, because he knows Kizuki's a fucking greater threat.
Yeah. The next thing is that like Mikey with Kazutora, right? Obviously Mikey's getting dogged by Kazutora, but not because Mikey can't beat him. It's because he getting jumped. And even if he wasn't getting like 3v1'd, if Kazutora didn't have that iron pipe, Mikey probably would have still dog walked everybody up there.
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy because like Mikey don't play no games. And I love seeing him go off. And that's why I always said, I had to reiterate it earlier today. There are too many people in this anime with hands for y'all to be mad at Takamichi for not throwing them. Takemichi is solving these problems differently.
Yes.
And
unbeknownst to him, though. Unbeknownst to him, he's not intentionally like, oh, I'm just gonna be so like cool that people can't deny. Like I'm gonna be mentally tough. He's just literally who he is. He's who he is. Unintentionally solving problems for other people's morals.
And one of the things I saw that made it so much more important actually to kind of understand this was that they said the point to Takemichi is that everyone else in this show has hands and can fight, but that's not getting the proper result. So violence isn't always the answer. It's trying to show that you can get better results sometimes without necessarily having to fight, that you have to sometimes not put those hands in. And it's just...
To me, that's and this has come from Polo. I think that's overspeak. I think that's trying to make it deeper than what it really is. It literally is the sense of Takemichi's morals and heart is literally what's keeping the people around him growing
a lot.
It's not anything that like cool. Yeah, he can't fight, whatever, and all that. Everything that you said sounds cool. It sounds cool to think about, to be deep speak, I guess. But I don't think that's the case. I just think it's literally his heart that's literally influencing everybody around him. And that's the moral of the story. That's the importance of Takemichi as a character.
So like what we're saying with that is like, for instance, when he revitalized the entirety of the Manji gang.
Yep. That's it.
He's saying, look, I'm going to beat all you jackasses, assholes up.
Yeah,
and he running through. He ain't hitting nobody, but he like, I ain't going down. I'm fighting. And the entire, like, they're like, damn, you know, like this dude, softy. He not half as strong as us, but he out here, he letting them know this is what it is, and they get up. You're right. That heart is important.
That's so fucking dope. I love that. What I also love, now I see where you went and where apparently a lot of people has gone with the thought process of the show, which is cool. That's fine. That's cool. I appreciate that. But where my mind goes is I love the thought that it gives me. The thought that it gives me is that, Mikey just got fucking bashed in the head with a lead pipe. My thought process is going to be, this is when the future Mikey changes. This is not because Baji dies or anything like that. It's because when you get fucking concussed or, you know, CTE or whatever goes on in your head, it can literally screw you up. It doesn't have to happen right away. It could happen 3 years from now. Like, for instance, there was a true crime case of a guy who was a former actor who played on Sons of Anarchy, who literally had a motorcycle crash, but he only had a few bruises, but he did hit his head. He was perfectly fine, you know, after his bruises healed up and everything like that. But mentally, he went and essentially, like, this is dark, but killed a lady and her cat. And he was a perfectly normal actor, like perfectly fine. I forget the guy's name, but look it up. It's a crazy story from just head injuries. So my thought process is that's what's going to happen to Mikey. You know, from this moment when he gets bashed in the fucking head with a lead pipe, it turns him into the savage because mentally something gets flipped. And now that could be completely overthink from me and just thinking about it. But that's what this show does to my brain. And the fact that it does that means that this show is fucking powerful.
And not to mention, he asked Kazutora, "Am I your enemy?" Sure. And you saw the kind of anger that flipped in him.
Yeah, but I'm not even
in that statement. And I'm just saying those are kind of like the emotional, like vocal points that go with that.
Sure,
because he was getting hit in the head with the pipe at that point already.
Yeah, like, and his that doesn't even matter. He's like, he can. As you know, like, the show is good at leaving scars. Like, whenever whoever gets a scar, they got the scar. Like, I think mentally, man, a concussion like that from something like that can turn him into the future Mikey that becomes. Maybe that also is the reason why he's like, I don't give a fuck. Whoever dies, dies. That's what changed Mikey. That's what Draken was talking about in the prison cell. Like, Mikey is completely different. And yeah, it could be because Baji died and he had to kill Kazutoro, and that's PTSD. But also, he got fucking smashed in the head with a lead pipe. That could be the future now because of that. Like, I just love it. I just love the way it does that. for me. And I don't think I would get that from reading. I just don't. I don't get that. I don't think I would get that emotional thought process from reading.
You don't get that motion. That's why.
Yeah.
It's not in motion.
Yeah, it's like because I'm watching and I'm quincing. I'm like, but if I'm reading, I'm just reading. Like when I was reading Chainsaw Man, I'm like, oh, cool. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. And it was crazy. It's crazy as fuck. But seeing something like that, yeah, seeing something like that in motion, man, I quince. Fuck, like it's wild. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tokyo Avengers, some beautiful stuff. Do you think it is anime of the year material though? I also saw it on the timeline. I just wanted to let you know that was the second part of that question I wanted to ask you.
Absolutely.
Anime of the year. I've seen people say, is it anime of the year or it is anime of the year? I think it might have been HBCU anime.
Oh yeah, I did see that tweet. Yeah, you're right. It is HBCU anime. Yeah, no. I mean, it's popular. It's popular right now because it's a lot more people can relatably watch it, right? Because they know about fights, they know about gang shit. And we ain't the only ones that grew up in the hood, so I know they know some shit. But I don't think it storytelling wise and like visually, I don't think it's that. I think it's dope. It's great, but I don't think it's anime of the year because we got shit like 86.
I was gonna say, do you think we've seen anime of the year? 86 is coming back in the fall.
100%, man. Vivi was spectacular, still up there. As good as Tokyo Revengers is, I still feel like Vivi is better. Sue me, I don't give a fuck. And then there's there's other shows like fucking Remake Our Life.
Remake Our Life. I was saying that too. I think
if it ends right.
Right now it's a toss up for me between Vivi, 86, and Remake Our Life. Depending on how Remake Our Life ends,
yes,
and how 86 ends.
Yes, I think those are very important.
Vivi so far, I'm pretty satisfied.
Yes. I can even second place Vivi to 86 if 86 ends well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If 86, this second part of the season ends well, or even if before the Anime Awards, it's still going a little bit or something like that, which it shouldn't be because it's coming in the fall.
Right.
If it gives us a proper continuity or continuation,
yes.
Yeah, 100%. I think it already qualifies. Remake Our Life. It ends on episode 12 or whatever episode it ends on. If it ends with some heat or not even necessarily some heat, if it just ends on a solid basis, this is the end.
Yes.
And it's satisfying. It's definitely quality.
I'm not gonna
Slice
lie.
of Life.
Yeah.
Anime of the year. I would take it.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I am scared. I am absolutely terrified that it won't. And it eats at me, that it might not. So I'm hoping for the best though. I'm trying not to be as negative.
Okay.
About it. Let's go on to My Hero.
My Villain Academia. All right.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So this is the part where we're gonna slander My Hero Academia.
That's interesting. I just knew I was gonna come here and be like, Till's gonna be like, oh, this shit, they started my shit. I love it.
No, they did. They started my shit, but here's the issue.
This me being you with your dress.
They took this part, moved it over here, 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 and then jumbled it up some more and then moved it over here and then moved it over here. Nothing is quite the same, right? So My Villain Academia realistically should have taken place earlier.
Okay.
And it sprinkled in the actual backstory. So where the backstory for Shigaraki was supposed to go was at the beginning, as soon as I believe Deku, Todoroki, and Bakugo rescue or fight that dude that Endeavor was fighting. As soon as that happens, the next episode is Shigaraki's backstory. Then it's it goes to the backstory of or back to the Todoroki family and all that stuff. So it kind of gives you backstory, and Shigaraki's backstory to me is some of the best backstory in the anime. I was
about to say, I wouldn't like that though. I wouldn't like that at all.
I understand that. I guess in the manga, the way it was done was just smooth.
Reading it would make sense be better. But
yeah, because the details just kind of transitioned because it went to why this villain thought this way. and then into like Shigaraki's villain thinking. And then back into the Todoroki family, back into like more details about, you know,
Endeavor.
And then back into the villains.
Sure.
So it kind of, the way it transitioned was smooth. And the way they're doing this is like they're giving us the different time frames jumping about 2 months ahead, 2 months ago.
Right.
Like that's not good. And the reason I'm saying that's not good is because we only have a few episodes of this left.
4.
And what they're about to squeeze in
I can't hear you.
lot.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No,
what they're about to squeeze in is a lot. They're squeezing in what feels like 20 chapters, maybe more.
So
it was about to be 4 or 5 episodes.
Let me just speak on where this. I love. This is the only time you're gonna hear me say this about this episode. Period. I love the fact that they separated it the way they did, because from what I've heard, it would have been the bouncing back and forth between Endeavor and Shigaraki and blah blah blah, and that probably makes sense for reading it because you can read it quicker and whatever, you know, the manga readers do. Whatever, cool. That probably makes sense for that. Coming into this, that would have been. It's perfectly that they did finish that off and then come into this new story. Like, okay, here's the Shigaraki thing. But like the Shigaraki thing, it's been so fucking. I don't know if they did. Should it have been more backstory first before the gigantic fight thing? Should that how did that have gone?
They had already given that backstory for Shigaraki before going into Gigantomachia.
They did.
I don't think they shouldn't even have talked about Gigantomachia because in the manga it's the Shigaraki backstory, and then you come. Yeah, like they showed a scene of Shigaraki kind of emerging, or they already kind of like spoiled some stuff. Yeah,
because right now I'm like his backstory right now, what we got so far in this anime sucks dick. It's boring as fuck. It's stupid.
They showed Shigaraki like in 4 months connected to tubes. They show Shigaraki in 2 months fighting Gigantomachia. They show Shigaraki right now. To me, that's too much jumping back and forth between times. You as a watcher, you have no idea what you're necessarily seeing.
No, I don't.
As a reader, I'm like, why are they putting all this extra shit in?
Yeah, because I'm like, to me, okay, so from the little piece of childhood backstory we got, that shit was stupid. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Because they didn't explain the details yet. Yeah.
It was just super small. It was like a super small glimpse of him being a child curled up in a ball. His fucking heroes were supposed to come rescue him. They didn't rescue him. His family fucking something about the hands being cut off from his family. That shit was
shouldn't even shown that.
Dumb as fuck. I'm like, okay, all right. Now from my perspective, I'm looking at this like, what the fuck? And then when he started talking to the doctor about what he wants to do, I'm like, stop. Please tell me this isn't the shit that everybody praises and licks the ball sack of, because it sounds stupid. It sounds dumb.
The issue, I agree, it sounds very dumb. The issue with it is the fact that the backstory of Shigaraki is so dark. I don't know. I don't even know if they're gonna tell it. Is the thing.
They're probably not,
because it's so dark. And what happens? Yeah. What happens is ridiculous.
Because like you said, they're jumping back and forth between these different timelines, and they're giving small slivers of it because I don't think they have a lot of time, like you said.
Yeah. And the thing is that like, so in the My Villain Academia arc, you get Shigaraki's backstory, you get Toga's backstory, you get Twice's backstory.
But is it in order?
Basically, in that order. Twice is the last one to really get his backstory.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a fuck about Twice at all.
But well, you will if they give us. Well, they'll probably give Twice's backstory because Twice's isn't as dark. Is the thing. Shigaraki's backstory is dark because of what he is.
Yeah, so far I'm like, they ruined it.
People started to love Twice for My Villain Academia. Literally they saw his story and he became a favorite character.
Interesting.
And there was outrage in the manga because of Twice and his character. So like that's just one of the things. Like they did backstory so well in the My Villain Academia that they just never did well at all in any of these other things. The only time backstory was good was with Todoroki family.
Yes.
And then the villains. everyone else, their backstory is so sparse or just not complete or not filled out well.
Actually, sir, I want to correct you. Deku's backstory is fire. The entire show is his backstory. So
just like Asta, the whole show is his backstory. But that's what I'm saying though, is like I feel like the way they're doing this, they're not gonna be able to pay proper time to the backstory of these characters that people are that they want you to love.
That's and so then
sad. Next season is just gonna feel worse. Like,
because I'm not gonna give a fuck.
It's not gonna feel right. Yeah, like I said, the issue that made Overhaul feel not so good was the fact that it felt like they just weren't giving the story at the proper time.
Yes,
and
bro.
Overhaul was my favorite hero or villain in the story. And then I'm just like, damn, they did not do Overhaul justice
at all.
And if they don't do Shigaraki justice, I'm gonna be salty.
Yeah. I feel like it's going that way because, like I said, when the little bit they gave me, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, see, I was so excited. Now, my expectations was low because I know how the show is, right? I'm going to start low because the show just fucks up shit all the time. But there is pieces of my little bro saying, hey, my villain is the greatest fucking arc of all manga times and shit, popping up in my head slightly.
All the time. Don't do that. Don't do that. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, it's popping up in my head though. You know, I'm getting Rob Jason. Yeah, my villain the arc is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. All right, I'm hearing this from trusted sources, extremely trusted sources. So I still don't let that influence me completely because I know how different the show is from the manga in a lot of ways. So I didn't let it influence me too much. So my expectations were still low, but I'm looking at it and I'm watching this backstory. When he was a kid, I even rewind to make sure I'm reading what the fuck I was reading. I'm like, is this right? That's it? Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
That's it. I was like, why didn't y'all just stop? Just stop the entire Gigantomachia scene. Just stop that shit.
Which was bullshit, by the way.
Just pause it and then say like, all right, here's Shigaraki shit.
Yes, go all the way into it.
Here's what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to do the Liberation Army fight. And in the middle of Shigaraki's moment, they're going to give
flashback
his backstory. And it's like, you could have gave us that without like, because I don't want to break up. I don't want to break up in that situation.
Yeah.
I would have rather already had the backstory and then you give me like, boom, a 2-second clip. Like this is something Shigaraki remembers in that moment instead of doing the whole backstory in that moment and then going back to Shigaraki doing something amazing. I don't want that.
This is from somebody who didn't read it. Take the time when he was connected up to the tubes, the moment that they showed us that, have it just fucking him start off in a dark room connected to the tubes and doing all that shit, right? He's doing all that shit. And while he's doing all that shit, flashback, boom. Go to the childhood, go to All For One, talking to him, go to the full backstory part, and then do some inner monologue shit. Do some inner monologue shit while he's getting chased in the chair, and then go back to the flashbacks and fully explain everything because right now he just looks fucking corny. He looks corny. He's like a little kid that was abandoned and homeless. And I'm so fucking sad. I'm just a fucking kid with these weird ass powers and nobody wants to take care of me or save me and blah, 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 blah. Oh, daddy just come for as a guardian angel and come save me. Now he's my master and blah, 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 bullshit. And then the whole hand thing, it was literally 4 or 5 seconds. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. It gets explained better if they do the backstory.
Yeah, I'm like, is that it? Is that all you're gonna give me? Okay.
Right.
Cut hands from his family. Okay. All right. Cool. It's not that. I just feel so comfortable when I wear these, and him talking to was just so. I'm like, yo, please stop. I want to get rid of the world. I'm like, just stop. Don't do this. Please don't be generic. Please don't do this to me because I know you're not. I know he's not because he has to have more. Like Overhaul has so much more than him so far, you know, from what we got from this. I just want to destroy the world. Like I can't do that. Especially with a character who I know is more.
And his backstory gives you that reasoning, right? Like he can say this if that backstory gave you the reasoning.
Right.
But hearing him say that without the backstory is like exactly.
There it is. Yep.
Why would you do that? That shit is dead.
Yeah, man. I was completely disappointed by this, but again, I'm not gonna give up on it. And by not giving up on it means I'm not gonna throw that whole season down the drain. Because the Todoroki shit was so good, man. It was so good. It was some of my favorite shit in the show.
My hero.
Yeah, for sure. Even Midoriya learning from that moment, and like him unintentionally teaching the Todoroki family too. I'm like, this shit's dope. That's dope. So I'm gonna wait until it's done before I
pass judgment.
Yeah, call a fool spade a spade. But yeah, that I was disappointed by the start of the My Villain shit.
I feel you. Me too.
Which made me sad. Next, Remake Our Life.
Gigantic Maki is OP, but remake
true
Our
as
Life.
fuck.
All
True
right.
as fuck. You don't get tired. What?
You sleep for 3 hours a day? Are you that big?
I was more
What are you
interested.
living off of? Oxygen and just like sunlight?
I was more interested in him than the.
He fight for 48 hours straight and then be like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go to sleep for 3 hours. Y'all can take a break.
And he gets bigger the more you fight too. I'm like, come on, this motherfucker is broken.
Well, you remember, he OP. He is OP as fuck. OP as fuck. But yeah, all right, Remake Our Life. Back to some greatness.
Fucking fantastic, bro.
So what's his name? Sirayuki?
Why does he have a problem with blue hair? I forget her name. I'm gonna go to the page because I want to get this right.
Akishiro?
Shino.
Shino?
Yeah, Akishino. Wow.
She don't have a problem with her.
Yeah, he does. He clarified it this episode. He said, I don't think of any of them like that. And I'm like, wait, what?
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he has he's not trying to get attached to them, right? Because these are people he essentially idolized, right?
Mm-hmm.
So while he idolized them, he didn't necessarily think of that specifically when he saw them. He looked at these people as people that were in the same domain as him.
He kissed her.
That don't mean nothing. You can kiss
What?
people and not care.
What? No.
You ain't never kissed nobody and not care.
Yes, but no.
Yes, okay. Yo, Polo, come on. I'm gonna say this because I know I said this before. Polo name in my phone used to be Friend Zoner.
I hate him.
As in he literally used to friend
him
zone.
so
He used to friend zone every girl.
I remember that.
That hit him up. Actually, let me see real quick because I don't even know if it's still that in my phone.
Listen, man, that was in my
Actually,
youth. Okay.
Hold up.
Come
Let me
on,
make
man,
sure your
don't
number
even
ain't
do me like that.
visible. All right, your number ain't visible. Now see that Polo Friend Zoner.
Oh my gosh, man.
I'm not even making it up. Literally used to friend zone every female friend he ever had. And that's okay.
Yeah, I was waiting for the right one. That's all.
And you deserve that. You deserve that. You a king.
100%.
You deserve that. But what I'm saying is he can't sit here and talk about our main character like that. And that's what his life was.
No,
You sitting here like, Polo, why don't you like her? He's like, is she cool?
yeah, she cool.
I don't think of her like that.
There it is. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. That is crazy. That's camera at the crib crazy. I'm sweating and shit. All right. Let's cause you just all right, let's yeah, man, it's crazy because I thought he liked Akishino, I did think she was the one.
Yeah, I thought they was on to something, right? And she does present herself to him as
She's
if
wonderful.
obviously
She's
interested in something.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely 100% best girl. And I'm not necessarily mad at Nanako either.
No.
She's not.
Yeah, go ahead. Because I think you're about to say what I was about to say.
I was gonna say it's not like she's not like she's unattractive or anything like that. Right. She's not annoying.
Right.
There's nothing necessarily wrong with her. She's just not gonna give up. And I liked that she said that.
Bro,
I won't lose.
I love the fact the way she's moving. Like she's not moving like an emotional teenage angsty bullshit teen. Like what's the word? What's the way I'm looking for? If she would have seen that kiss, she should have been. If she was the angsty teen slice of life type of character, she would have been mad at the main character. Like, yo, I hate you now. You ain't shit. Let me just, distance myself from you, because she hurt. She's hurt. She's like, no, this is something me and him is not established, and something that she established with him. So now I need to put forth effort to show that I do feel for him. And I like that method of navigating this relationship way better. I'm not going to lose. Like you said, was fucking valid. It was powerful. I'm like, damn, man, these two girls are great. I just wish he would just pick Akishino and keep it fucking moving. I like the other one too, but I got a feeling the Kasuagawa girl is going to be the one.
Yeah,
and
I think so
fine.
too.
She's fine, but
she's not Akishino.
No, she's not Akishino.
I feel like Akishino was going to be the one, because that was the one that he talked about before this transition that he was the most happy about.
Yes. I love that.
He loved her artwork, all that stuff. I felt like that was foreshadowing. But if I feel like it's going to be the Kasuagawa. Yeah.
Yeah, well, even
Kawasagawa.
Yeah, even when they say it in Japanese, I'm like, that's a crazy ass name.
That's a crazy. All the names I heard in Japanese, that is one.
Yeah, that is something else. That is something else. So the situation with our guy, even his name fucks me up too.
Tsuyoyaki.
Yeah, his situation's fucked up. She seems like a nice girl though. But
I thought it was funny that she presented our main character with a question: what kind of relationship do y'all have? Is it physical?
Yeah, right. Y'all fucking?
Man, no. He's like, no. Wait, hold up.
I forgot all about that. That's
She's
funny as fuck.
I was sure it was intimate. No, we're not. No,
we just cool as fuck.
Smashing your man. I'm not smashing your man.
Yo, that is fucking funny, man. That's why I love this show, because moments like that where you just is like, fuck, this is good.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Oh, and I just want to say, this is completely off topic. Complete sidebar. I was absolutely wrong about the Case Vanitas outro. It's just fucking fire.
Oh, we didn't think you was right about that if you said it wasn't.
I did. I think I said it didn't hit for me, and I didn't realize that was the one that you were referring to. That shit did hit for me.
Okay, yeah,
it was fire.
I mean, as a consensus, the black delegation would like to say we wasn't going to agree with you if you said it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm like, after I listened to it, I'm like, was this the one that Tell was talking about? And then I saw who sung it. I'm like, yep, definitely was. I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm. It was so good. Definitely
the best outro ever this year so far, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. You're right. I had that mistaken. I thought it was something else. Anyway, yeah, back to Remake Our Life. I think this show is fire. Oh shit, have we been going for 36 minutes in spoiler talk? Holy fuck. Yeah. I absolutely love this show. I can't wait to watch more. I'm sad it's only 12, but I'm happy it's only 12 because I hope it ends properly.
I do.
I don't think it will.
Sincerely, I hope it ends properly.
Same.
And I don't necessarily need more of this. Like, once it's done, and we've said this before, obviously. Once it's done, I don't need more. I did think of a cool idea though, is like if they did something like this again, make it with a different character and a different a different environment or something like that.
That's where me and you disagree. I love you to death, but you know that.
We can disagree.
I absolutely want more of this. And you want to know how I want more of this? I want more of this in the sense of my teen romantic comedy Snafu 2 type more. You know what I'm saying? I want
like they get older.
They continue the story as they gradually get older. You know, maybe they're together, maybe they're not. Maybe they're still fighting for each other. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're in a situation to where they need to run a game company now. Like, I just want more of these characters together with this maturity and storytelling and beautiful ass art and great music.
Here's the issue with that.
Yep.
Everything is not my teen romantic comedy.
Break my heart. Yep, you break my heart.
Everything can't be guaranteed good continuity.
Are you wrong? No, you're not.
I'm not wrong.
No, you're not.
And while I agree that would be beautiful, the reason I'm saying I don't need more is because I want it to end well. Now,
yes.
if we can guarantee that it will continue like My Teen Romantic Comedy, My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu, My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu Climax, if we can guarantee that it's going to continue to be that good, by all means, please. I want 2, 3, 4 seasons. But we can't guarantee that.
No, you're right. You're right as fuck, bro.
We can't guarantee it. So stop it at 12.
You're right as fuck.
Let me be happy.
Preach it. Preach it like never preached before, man.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm going to get on my soundboard?
What's up?
I'm going to get Terrence Howard saying mine. Just for no reason. Come on, man. Stick it. Tell me this tape fell out your pocket, man. I love it. So, bro, when do you think we should talk fall lineup?
Well, I mean, summer don't end until September.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we ain't gonna know what fall is no more. Hey,
right? We ain't gonna I don't even know what fall is. I don't even got fall
That's
clothes
right.
other than my sweaters.
Yep, because you came from fucking Florida. Oh man.
All about to get adjusted to this hot life, bro. Man. I tell you, I step outside and I melt,
bro.
I melt.
Shit is heavy. Like it's a weight. It's a bunch of. See, that's what. Okay, I love you to death, bro. I respect you so fucking much for having dreads because I already know your head heavy. Like going outside with this heat, that's like another 15 to 20 pounds on your motherfucking head. You ain't got to do no neck exercises. You good.
I wear my hair up in most cases. Yeah. But I go outside, I put my hair up because I can't have this shit on my neck.
I bet. This is rough. Yeah, but there's a lot we could. So, you know, maybe mid-September.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Wait,
we can kind of go with what's coming out.
Let's properly look this up, though. When does fall actually start?
When does fall start? Fall is September 22nd.
September 22nd. Yours. Damn, right on the money. All right. Cool. Middle of September, then. A week before. Let's see here.
Let's see.
So September 14th, we drop.
Yeah.
The fall preview.
One season, and then we can talk about what's coming in the fall season.
It's looking crazy. It's looking fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's looking crazy already.
Yep. Comedy romance. Oof. I'm looking at some hate 86.
Movie, Sword Art movie. 86 back.
Oh, special. Summer Ghost looks insane.
It does. That's a movie that we probably gonna be on to. All right, let's not go into this too much. Not too much.
Yeah. Let's wrap.
Okay then. All right. You already know. Coming around like September 20 something. We're gonna talk about the fall anime, but we just finished talking about Remake Our Life. What y'all think about that? 1 season and done, or you want like 4 seasons, 3 or 4 seasons like Polo? Let us know who you agree with. Agree with me. My Villain Academia, trash so far, but you know, Polo enjoying. You know, Polo likes some bad anime every once in a while. We also had a short, brief discussion about anime of the year. Probably not gonna be Tokyo Revengers, but probably gonna be Tokyo Revengers. You know how y'all do. And then also we talked about Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Revengers is an amazing, interesting anime, but you know, we gonna see. Not gonna necessarily be the best of the best, but we think it's pretty good. We had our break with a great song that Polo chose. Remember that playlist? Polo always give us some great music. Episode of the week for us, mine was Tokyo Revengers, Polo's Remake Our Life. We also talked about the Funimation and Crunchyroll merger and, you know, our expectations, what we see coming from it and what may be bad about it. We also said stop walking on those milk crates. Not a safe event. We don't need Hood Olympics anymore. All right. Polo also watched the case study of Vanitas and Dub, and he's on episode 2. And, you know, Zeno Robinson on there doing his thing. The whole cast on there is amazing. We also talked about A Silent Voice, Polo's favorite slice of life movie or anime movie in general. 10 out of 10, amazing. That's the homework. That's the mic check waifu homework right
Yes,
there.
please watch that movie.
And then don't forget that Polo had a list of shout outs. Shout out to y'all again. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all staying tuned in. Shout out to Houston Polo. He's really here. I'm happy to have my brother here. You know, I love this dude to death.
I got
and,
you, bro.
know, that's been episode 114 of Mic Check Waifu.
I am at Polo Bornfly on all social media.
I'm at King Telliano on all social media.
You can follow our social medias at Mic Check Waifu on Twitter and at Mic Check Waifu on Instagram. And as always, Mic Check. Bye.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu